Final wash of the M3 F80. It's been a good ride, but 2-bucket method, foam cannon. It was a ride. It's a real joy owning and having the pleasure to drive this car. Gonna miss it so much. On the bill sheet, we had black carbon grille in the front. It's not aftermarket. Same thing for the mirror cap. On the bill sheet, we had the carbon fiber mirror caps, carbon fiber roof. It's a little dusty, so washing it off. It's gonna be the final rinse off of the M3 F80. Such an amazing car. All right, final drive out in the M3 F80. This is it. Dropping it off. It was good. It was a good run. I'm gonna miss this car. Will I get one in the future? We'll see. But let's give it one last start up. Let's lock the garage door. So cool, man. Gonna miss it. Bye. Off to a new home. Such a good driving car. Shifts through the gears pretty smoothly. Ride. Got the Michelin 4S tires, so they're pretty sticky, so you could hear the rocks kicking up on the side of the car. Shifts through all the gears really smoothly. 1 through 4th, you'd feel the actual shifts. Now you really just feel the shifts, like 1 through 2, you feel the shifts, and after that is much smoother. So it's pretty amazing what a fluid flush or fluid change can do to the transmission in regards to how it feels. I did my fluid change around 59,000 miles. You know, if I could do it again, I would probably do it, say, maybe around every 35 to 40,000 miles. I would do a transmission fluid change. I did the filters as well. It comes with 2 filters and the oil pan. One last ride around town. to get it dropped off by the transporter. It has 59,982 miles on it. It's a 2015, so for 2015, pretty decent miles, low miles. This car was, I would say, kind of my daily driver. Why do I say that? I wouldn't drive it in snow or rain, or when salt is on the ground, because I'm here in the Northeast in New York. The salt really rusts out the cars, so it's always good to have that one car that you don't care about, or you're not going to keep as long, and you'll drive that in the rain and the salt. But the underneath of this car, absolutely no rust, because it's garage kept out of the elements and the salt. You can see a lot of snow on the ground, but we got some rain yesterday, so that's good. So it kind of washed away a lot of the salt, so that's good. Of course, it'd be pretty dusty right now with the white salt. So at least for the new owner, he'll get a car where it's not full of salt. Even the first and second right there, look, it's so smooth. It is a DCT transmission, so it's not going to be as smooth as an automatic, but it's not too bad. It's a manual transmission, but it shifts automatically. They have the module in there to let it shift automatically. So essentially, it's like a sequential. It's a cheat code for a manual. It's a 7-speed in this one. A lot of the newer cars are up to 8-speed now, which is good. So the gearing is good, right? It'll get you off the line pretty well, and then at high speeds, your RPM will be low, cruising on the highway. Even through the bumps, it's pretty smooth. Got some buttons here for suspension. Let's try to put it in a stiffer mode. So it has Sport Plus. We're in Sport just now. Let's see how it feels in Sport Plus. The Sport Plus button really helps on the highway at higher speeds and you're hitting dips. It really keeps the car planted. The comfort mode, I don't like it. The car is pretty floaty, even when driving normal. But the good thing is when you start the car, it defaults to Sport. I think Sport is the best for just everyday driving. And then if you go in a little higher speed, the Sport Plus really helps. This has, steering stiffness as well. RPM as well. So you could, play with the different stiffness settings. So there, steering. I don't really play with the steering settings as much. The throttle, here's a throttle. Sport Plus. You can feel the difference. We'll keep it inefficient here. But yeah, so we have the suspension in Sport Plus. You do feel it, it's a little stiffer, but it's not unbearable. This car is 100% stock, so stock suspension, wheels, and everything. Will I buy another F80 in the future? We'll see. I have another sick car coming to the channel. I'm not gonna say what it is yet, but I'm sure everyone is gonna love it. It's faster, it has more horsepower than this. That car is gonna have. It comes with over 600 horsepower, so that car is a beast, and it's all-wheel drive as well. This is rear-wheel drive, so it's harder to get traction off the line. But once you're rolling, it it really moves well. This car is actually faster than the G80s rolling. The G80s are all-wheel drive. They're heavier, so off the line, it's, the F80 is no match off the line. But once they're rolling, the F80, beats the G80s. I've lined up against a couple G80s on the highway, and we're just rolling, and they're shocked. There was one guy who actually pulled me over on the highway. What did you do to the car? It's modified. I'm like, no. He was really shocked. He's like, oh, let me see under the engine bay. I showed it to him. So yeah, I think a lot of the G80 owners who never owned a F80, they don't realize how fast this car is. It's 400 and around, I think, 4 horsepower or so. Because this is the non-competition. This is the first year for this car. It's 2015. And then it weighs around 3,500 pounds around there. The G80s are around 38ish, 39ish, 100 pounds. So that weight difference, makes a big difference. And their horsepower is probably, I think, around between 490 to 505, somewhere around there. So, weight makes a big difference, man, in performance, not just power. Alright, so we're here at the FedEx. We're gonna mail off the paperwork. So we'll document that. I'll take a video of that. This car's off to a new home. Definitely gonna miss it. Like, subscribe, share, and stay tuned for the new car.